The process of recording in journal is called as journalizing. The journal is subdivided into number of books of original entry. So as I told, all the journal entries after recording it will be posted in ledger. For each and every debit there should be a corresponding credit. But we are not recording it as good, we are recording it as purchaser's account. Hello everyone, welcome back to the 6th session of the chapter Recording of Transactions 1. I am Harshita, lecturer, Department of Commerce, Vidyashram PU College, Temple of Excellence, Mysore. My dear students, in our previous sessions, we learned the theory part of this chapter, that is classification of accounts under American system as well as English system. In today's session, we shall start with recording of transactions. Moving on to the concept, first let us know what is journal or book of original entry. So as and when the transaction takes place in an organization, so it has to be recorded properly. Daily it has to be recorded in a chronological order. So what do you mean by chronological order? One by one, as and when the transaction takes place, it has to be recorded so that our accounting information will be proper and it can be communicated to the users, both external as well as internal users. So on which book we are going to record those transactions for the first time? So that is known as what? Journal. So what is journal? The book in which transactions are recorded for the first time in chronological order is called as journal or book of original entry. For example, if the transactions have taken place in 1st January 2019, after that 5th January 2019, after that 9th January 2019. So as and when the transactions have taken place, so we have to record it daily. So in a chronological order, so in a order, so that book in which we are going to record, so that book is known as what? Journal. Now clear about journal? Yes, journal is also called as what? Book of original entry, because for the first time we are recording the transactions, right? So that is known as journal. The process of recording in journal is called as journalizing. So what is journalizing? So as I told, whenever the transaction takes place in a business, so it will be recorded in a chronological order one by one in a book which is called as journal. That process of recording that transaction in journal is called as what? Journalizing. So after recording the transaction in journal, a particular type of transaction have to be placed in a particular place. Why it has to be placed in a particular place? Because in order to know the balance. So in order to know the balance of a particular type of transaction, we are recording all that transaction in a particular place which is known as ledger. So we are transferring these journal entries a particular type of transaction. For example, if the transactions are relating to sales, so only the transactions of sales will be taken into a particular place which is known as account, So all the transactions relating to sales will be recorded in sales account. And in the same way, all the transactions relating to purchase will be recorded in a particular account, that is purchase account. So why we are recording in a particular account? Because in order to know the balance. For example, if you want to know the balance of sales in that particular financial year, so we are recording in a particular account so that balance can be ascertained easily. Instead of going through all the transaction in journal, so if they are posted in a particular account, so it will be very easy to ascertain the balance. Now, the process of transferring journal entry to individual account is called as what? Posting. So the process of recording transaction in journal is called as journalizing. From journal, if we are transferring the entries to individual account, so if we are transferring into individual accounts, then it is called as what? So from journal to individual accounts. So that is known as what? Posting. First we will record the journal. After that the transaction in journal will be transferred to individual account. That process is known as what? Posting. Next, this sequence causes the journal to be called as the book of original entry and the ledger account is called as principal book of entry. Now here the journal is called as book of original entry. Why it is called as book of original entry? In the sense, for the first time we are recording the transactions. We are recording the business transaction in journal, right? So it is called as book of original entry. After that, the entry in the journal will be transferred to individual account known as ledger. So that process is known as what? Posting. So it is called as principal book of entry. So without journal, posting in ledger is not possible. So first it has to be recorded in journal and then it has to be transferred to individual accounts called ledger. Clear? Yes. The journal is subdivided into number of books of original entry. So here journal is also subdivided into number of books. Which are those books? That is cash book, purchase book, purchase returns book, sales book, sales returns book, bills receivable book, bills payable book and journal proper. So all these books will study in our next chapter. So these books are called as what? Subsidiary books. So these books are called as subsidiary books. Clear? So about this we will learn in our next chapter. For time being, you just remember that the journal is subdivided into these subsidiary books. Now we shall see with journal. So you know journal is also called as book of original entry and the process of recording in journal is called as journalizing, and in journal we are recording the transaction for the first time, right? So it is called as original book of entry. Now this is the format of journal. So how to record transaction in journal? First we have to write the heading, that is journal entries in the books of. For example, if they have given transactions of A Limited, then journal entries in the books of A Limited, or it is B Limited, you will mention the name of the organization. Next, you will be having date column, particulars column, LF, that is ledger folio. Ledger folio. I will tell about ledger folio later. Debit rupees, credit rupees. Now what is this date? As I told in journal, whenever the transaction takes place, we are recording that particular date and will record the transactions or will record the entries, right? For example, if the transaction takes place on 5th March 2019, then we will record the date it as 5th March 2019. Clear? So this is date. So whenever the transaction takes place, that particular date will be written in the date column. Next, in particulars column, for example, they have purchased furniture for rupees 20,000. So this is the transaction. Now we have recorded the date. Now in particulars, what we are going to record? So as I told, in each and every transaction there will be two accounts which is affected, right? At least two accounts will be affected. So it is called as double entry system of bookkeeping, right? So here they have purchased furniture for rupees 20,000. Now which are the two accounts here affected? That is, now when they purchase the furniture, what comes to the business? Furniture comes to the business, right? What goes out of the business? Because they have paid rupees 20,000 for the furniture. So furniture comes to the business and cash goes out of the business. Now which are the two accounts affected? Furniture and furniture account. Furniture account and cash account is affected, because when we are purchasing furniture, furniture comes to the business, whereas cash goes out of the business. Here two accounts are affected. Now how to write this in journal entries? So how to write it as a journal entry? What comes to the business? Furniture comes to the business, right? So furniture, we will write account as A bar C. Furniture account, leave some space at the end of the column we'll write DR. So what is DR? So in a previous session I have told DR means what? Debit. So furniture account debit. Now we'll leave some space, then we'll write to to what goes out of the business? To cash account. So this is how you have to write your journal entries. Not starting from here. So furniture account, you have to leave the space. At the end of the column, you will write DR. DR means debit. Then you will leave some space. Then you will write to cash account. So the account which has to be credited will be written as to cash account. Here you will not write CR. It means that, so if one account is debited, the other it is credited, right? It is understood. So you are not writing that. So you will just write to cash account. Now how to write the amount? So furniture account debit. So in the debit column we will write 20,000. Credit column is empty, but we will not put dash. Leave it like that only. To cash account. So debit column is empty. Credit column is 20,000. And to cash account it should be straight 20,000. Clear? So this is how you are going to record the transactions in journal or entries in journal. Now what is this LF, ledger folio? Here this column will be blank. Why this column is blank? In the sense, so as I told, all the journal entries after recording it will be posted in ledger, right? So for easy reference, so for example if furniture account, so it is in the page number 22 in the ledger account. So in your journal you will write 22. So whenever you want the transaction, you can immediately search the page number 22 so that you will get the transaction. So because journal as well as ledger is linked with each other, right? So whenever we want immediate transaction, so here furniture account is prepared in the page number 22. So if we want the if we see the ledger, if we want the transactions immediately, we can go through page number 22 and we can refer. For reference they will write the number, but here in your examination or in your book you will not write, that column will be empty. Clear about recording the transactions? Yes. Now after recording these entries, after recording the amount, but don't write this ledger folio, it will be empty only. For the explanation I have told why we are going to write it. Next you have to write the narration. So what do you mean by narration? Narration means brief explanation of journal entry. So whatever the entry you have recorded here, for that a brief explanation has to be written, so that by seeing the explanation itself you can understand why this transaction have taken place in the business. Now for this transaction, how you can write the narration, and narration can be in your own words and it should be started with the word being. So being means what? It is a past tense, it has already occurred. So that transactions has already occurred. So we are writing it as being furniture purchased. Being furniture purchased. So this is the narration and you have to close the bracket and it should be in particulars column. Clear? And narration can be in your own words. You can write it as being furniture purchased for cash also. Clear? It means because this transaction have taken place in cash. So then how to end your entry? So you have to draw a line here. Only to the particular column, not for the date column, not for the amount column. Why only to the particular column, not for the date as well as amount column? Because there are number of entries to be recorded after that. After this entry we are going to record number of entries. So we will record or we will draw line only to the particular column. So this is a basic thing you have to remember. First you have to write the date, and one more thing, you should not start from here. You have to leave some space and you should start with credit account, that is whatever the account to be credited. So this is about the format of journal and how we are going to record the transactions in journal. Now go through the note. So the first one is narration, as we had already discussed. So what is narration? Narration means brief explanation or description about the entries what we are recorded in the journal. So narration is a brief description or explanation of the transaction given below the journal entry, and it has to be recorded below the journal entry. Second one is simple journal entry. So there are two types of journal entry, simple journal entry as well as compound journal entry. Now what is the simple journal entry? When only two accounts are involved to record a transaction is called as simple journal entry. For example, if the rent is paid, so what will be the journal entry? What we are paying? Rent. We are paying rent. What goes out of the business? Cash goes out of the business, right? So your journal entry will be rent account debit to cash account. So this is the journal entry when rent is paid. Rent account debit because we are paying the rent. So rent account debit, and what goes out of the business? Cash goes out of the business. Now what is simple journal entry? When only two accounts are involved, then it is known as simple journal entry. Here which are the two accounts? Rent account and cash account. Only two accounts are affected. So it is a simple journal entry. Next, what is compound journal entry? When the number of accounts to be debited or credited is more than one. Entry made for recording the transaction is called as compound journal entry. So here only one account is debited and only one account is credited. If it is more than one, if the debit account is more than one and if the account to be credited is more than one, then it is known as compound journal entry. For example, if a business is started with cash 10,000 and furniture 10,000. Now how to record this transaction? So business started with cash. So cash account debit, then furniture account debit to capital account. So this is what it is, a compound journal entry. Why it is compound journal entry? Because there are two accounts which has been debited and one account is credited. So if it is more than one, if the account to be debited or if the account to be credited is more than one, then it is known as what? Compound journal entry. Now clear about journal? Yes. Now we shall see what are the features of journal. So the first feature of journal is it is a book of original entry. Why it is called as book of original entry? Because for the first time we are recording the transactions in journal. So it is the original entry. We are not copying from something else, right? Whenever the transaction have taken place, we are recording the transactions immediately. So it is called as what? Book of original entry. So after recording in journal, it will be posted or it will be taken. So those information will be used for preparing other accounts. But for the first time, it will be recorded in a book which is called as journal. So it is called as book of original entry. And the second is, all the transactions recorded in journal are subsequently transferred to ledger, that is principal books of account. So as I told, so first we will record the entries in journal, then it will be transferred to individual accounts which is known as what? Ledger, that is ledger account. So this transfer, we will transfer it to ledger. So without journal we can't prepare ledger, right? So based on the information in journal, we are going to transfer or into individual accounts called as ledger. So all the transactions recorded in journal are subsequently transferred to where? Ledger. So ledger is called as what? Principal book of accounts. And the next one is, a journal is a daily accounting record. Yes, of course, a journal is daily accounting record because as and when the transaction takes place. So we will record that transactions immediately by putting that particular date. So we are not going to prepare at the end of every month or at the end of every year. So as and when the transaction takes place, immediately we will record in journal. So it is, in the sense, daily we are going to record in journal. So it is called as what? Daily accounting record. And the next one is, in journal, transactions are recorded in chronological order. So what do you mean by chronological order? One by one. For example, if the transactions have taken place on 1st March and the next is on 6th March, next is on 8th March. So in order we are going to record. It's not that first we are going to record 8th March, after that 1st March. So we are going to record in an order. So all the transactions are recorded in chronological order. And the next one is a journal records has both debit as well as credit aspects of a transaction according to double entry system of bookkeeping. So what does double entry system of bookkeeping tells? That for each and every debit there should be a corresponding credit. In the sense, at least two account has to be affected. So here also, while recording the transaction, so the total amount which is written in the debit side should be equal to total amount which is written in the credit side. So at least two account has to be affected. And the next one is each entry is followed by narration. Of course, we have discussed about narration. So after recording journal entries, so it has to be followed by narration. So narration means it is a brief explanation of a journal entry which is written below the journal entry. So it is written in order to easily identify why this transaction have recorded here. And the next one is a journal entry can be either simple or compound journal entry. So this is also we have discussed. So what is simple journal entry? If there is only one debit and one credit, it is known as simple journal entry. If there is more than one debit and more than one credit, it is known as compound journal entry. So the journal entry can be either simple journal entry or compound journal entry. So this is about the features of journal. Now we shall go through the problems. So this is a problem which is related to journal. So they have given certain transaction. So they have asked us to journalize the following transaction, and this is a very important 12 marks question. So this is a very important 12 marks question. So they will give certain transaction and we have to record it in the journal. Now go through the transaction so that you will come to know how we are going to record in the journal. Yes, go through the transaction. Journalize the following transaction in the books of Ankita Traders. So they have given certain transactions of Ankita Traders. Now go through the transaction. On 1/1/2018, started business with cash rupees 90,000 and furniture rupees 10,000. Here Ankita have started business with cash how much? 90,000, and she also invested furniture how much? 10,000. Now how to record the journal entry? So you know the format. So what is the format of journal? How to begin the journal? With the heading journal entries in the books of Ankita Traders. Now who is Ankita Traders here? Because they have given the name of that particular trading company. So trading company is Ankita Traders. So we have to write the name. Now what is the format? You know the format. First column is date. Second is particulars. And the third one is LF, that is ledger folio. Next is debit rupees and the credit rupees. Now go through the first transaction. So what is the date? So date is 1/1/2018. So we have to write that date 1/1/2018. Now what is the transaction? Started business with cash 90,000, furniture 10,000. Now here Ankita Traders have started business with cash as well as furniture. So when the amount which is invested in the business is called as what? Capital. So here cash and furniture is introduced in the business in the form of what? Capital. Or capital is introduced in the business in the form of cash as well as furniture. Now how to record? Cash account debit, that is DR, furniture account debit, to, leave some space and write to capital account. So here furniture as well as cash is introduced in the business. So to capital account. Clear? Now how to write the amount? Cash 90,000, furniture 10,000. So it is a debit. So I will write in the debit column 90,000 and furniture 10,000. So to capital account is how much? So 90 plus 10,000, that is 1 lakh. Clear? Now how to write the narration? So we are done with the entries, we are done with the amount. Now we have to write the narration. So how to write the narration? Being business started with cash and furniture. So this is the narration, close the bracket. Clear about the first transaction? Here cash is introduced in the business and cash is an asset. So what is the rule of cash under American approach? Debit, increase in asset. So here cash increases in the business, as well as furniture is also an asset. So furniture also increases in the business. So what does the rules tell? Debit, increase in asset. Next, capital. Capital is what? It comes under capital under American approach. So what does it tell? Debit or a credit, increase in capital. Credit, increase in capital is a rule of capital account under American approach. Now clear? Yes. Now go through the second transaction that takes place in 3rd January 2018. Open a bank account with SBI 20,000. Here they have opened a bank account with SBI. Now whenever you open a bank account, so amount goes to the bank, right? So who receives the amount? Bank receives the amount. What goes out of the business? Cash goes out of the business. Now which are the two accounts which are affected? Bank account as well as cash account. Now how to record this transaction? So first write the date 03/1/2018. Now cash is deposited into bank. Now who is receiving the amount? Bank is receiving the amount. So bank account debit DR to what goes out of the business? Cash, to cash account. So what is the amount? 20,000. So 20,000 in the debit side and 20,000 in the credit side. Now how to write the narration? Being cash deposited into bank, and your narration can be in your own words. So this is the narration. Now here which are the two accounts affected? Bank account as well as cash account, both are asset. So what does it tell? Increase in asset is to be debited and decrease in asset has to be credited. Here which asset is increasing? Bank account is increasing, and which account is decreasing? Cash account is decreasing. Clear? Now moving on to the next entry, that is 6/1/2018, purchased goods from Ramesh. Now here they have mentioned the name. So if they mention the name and if they don't tell anything about cash payment, it means that it is paid on credit basis. So this is paid on what? Or purchased on what? On credit basis. Now what they are telling? Purchased goods. So when they purchase goods, what comes to the business? Goods come to the business, but we are not recording it as good, we are recording it as purchasers account. Purchasers account, and from whom it is being purchased. So we are not paying cash, but it is purchased on credit basis. From whom it is being purchased? From Ramesh. For how much? For rupees 30,000. Now how to record this transaction? Write the date 6/1/2018. So this is a date. Now purchased goods from Ramesh, how much? Rupees 30,000. Now as I told, we are not recording it as goods account. So we are recording it as purchasers account. Purchasers account debit. Since we are not purchased goods on cash basis, but it is on credit basis, so we will write his name. Now who is that person? That is Ramesh. So to Ramesh account. To Ramesh apostrophe S account. Clear? So what is the amount? Amount is how much? 30,000. So we will write the amount, that is 30,000. 30,000 in the debit side and 30,000 in the credit side. Now how to write the narration? Being goods purchased on credit. Being goods purchased on credit, and you can write being goods purchased on credit from Ramesh. Now clear about this transaction? When you are going to purchase, so goods comes to the business, but you are not writing it as goods account, but you are writing it as purchasers account. From whom you are purchasing? From Ramesh you are purchasing. So if you would have purchased by cash, then purchasers account debit to cash account. But here they have mentioned the name of that person. It means that we are purchasing through credit basis to Ramesh account. Now we are done with this page, right? So, but there are few more journal entries to be recorded. So, what we are going to do is, so we are going to carry forward. We are adding all the debit amount as well as credit amount, and we are carrying forward that amount for the next page. So, how much is the debit amount? 90,000 plus 10,000, 1 lakh. 1 lakh plus 20,000, 1 lakh 20,000 plus 30,000. So, we'll get 1 lakh 50,000. In the credit side also, 1 lakh plus 20,000 plus 30,000 will get 1 lakh 50,000. So this 1 lakh 50,000 has to be carried forward to the next page. So carried forward. In the bracket C bar F. So what do you mean by C bar F? Carried forward to the next page. Now, how to start in the next page? So we have to brought forward. Brought forward. So brought forward from where? From the previous page. So how much? B bar F. So in the both the side you will write 1 lakh 50,000. That is the total of last page has to be written in the beginning of next page, that is brought forward. Now go through the next journal entry, that is 9/1/2018 sold goods to Rahul for cash rupees 15,000. Here goods has been sold, right? But we are, as I told, we are not writing it as goods account. So what we are writing? So here they have told we have sold goods to Rahul for cash. So what we are receiving? We are receiving cash. But what goes out of the business? Goods goes out of the business, but we are not recording it as goods, but instead we are recording it as sales. When we purchase goods, we are recording it as purchase. When we sell the goods, we will record it as sales. Now how to record? So what is the date? 9/1/2018. So what is the journal entry? What is the transaction? Sold goods to Rahul for cash. So here they have mentioned the word cash. If they have just given to Rahul, it was a credit sale, but it is sold on cash basis, right? So what comes to the business? So cash account debit to sales account 15,000. So what comes to the business? Cash comes to the business. Cash account debit, leave some space and write to sales account because goods has been sold. So goods goes out of the business, but we are not recording it as goods. So we are recording it as sales. So how much? 15,000. 15,000 in the debit side and 15,000 in the credit side. Now we have to write the narration being goods sold for cash. Close the bracket. Next go through the next journal entry, that is 10/1/2018 cash purchases 10,000. So they have purchased something, that is they have purchased goods for cash. Now what comes to the business? Goods comes to the business. They have not mentioned the good. If they have just told they have purchased something, so it means that they have purchased goods. So goods comes to the business, but you are not recording it as goods, you are recording it as purchases. Next, by what? What they have done? By paying cash. So purchasers account debit to cash account, how much? 10,000. So how to record? 10/1/2018. So the cash purchase is made. So what is the journal entry? Purchases account debit. So what goes out of the business when they purchase goods? Cash goes out of the business. So to cash account. So what is the amount? That is 10,000. So I will write 10,000 both in the debit as well as credit side. Now what is the narration? Being cash purchases, being cash purchase made. Close the bracket. Clear? Now go through the next transaction. 12/1/2018 sold goods to Mohan. Here they have mentioned the name and they have not told anything about cash. It means what? They have sold goods to Mohan on what basis? Credit basis. So how to record this transaction? So who is the receiver of benefit here? So for whom the goods has been sold? So what is the journal entry? Goods has been sold to Mohan. So Mohan's account debit to sales account. So here we are not receiving cash because it is sold on credit basis. So who is receiving the goods? Mohan is receiving the goods and we are selling the goods. So what is the journal entry? So 12/1/2018. 12/1/2018 sold goods to Mohan, right? So Mohan is receiving the goods. So Mohan's account debit to sales account. To sales account. So what is the amount? Amount is 20,000. 20,000 in the debit side and 20,000 in the credit side. Now we have to write the narration. Being goods sold to Mohan on credit. Because they have mentioned the name and they have not told anything about cash, it means that they have sold on credit. Now go through the next transaction, that is 15/1/2018 received commission ₹1,000. Now what they have received? They have received commission. So what we are going to debit, because we are receiving cash in the form of, or we are receiving commission in the form of cash, right? So what we are receiving? We are receiving cash, right? So we are receiving cash. But they have told commission received ₹1,000. So we are receiving commission in the form of what? Cash, right? So what comes to the business? Cash comes to the business in the form of what? Commission. So 15/1/2018. Now what comes to the business when commission is received? Cash comes to the business. So cash account debit. So what is the amount? 1,000 in the form of what? In the form of commission. So to commission account. So that is also 1,000. It is 1,000. Now what is the narration? Being commission received. Being commission received. That is 1,000. Now we are done with this page. So we have to carry forward for the next page, right? So what you have to do? We have to add. So 1,50,000 plus 15 plus 10 plus 20 plus 1,000 will get 1,96,000. So in the credit side also 1,96,000. So what we are going to do? We are going to carry forward. Carried forward in the bracket C bar F. Clear? Yes. Now going to the next page, we have to brought forward first. So brought forward B bar F. So how much we have to brought forward? That is 1,96,000 on both the side, 1,96,000. Clear? Now go through the next transaction, that is 20/1/2018 drew from bank for personal use. So when cash is withdrawn by the proprietor for personal use, so what it is called as? It is called as drawings, right? So drawings is, or the amount is withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use from where? From bank. So how to record this entry? So what is the date? 20/1/2018. Withdraw amount from bank for personal use, how much? So what is the entry? Drawings account debit. So from where it is being withdrawn? It is withdrawn from bank. So bank has to be credited. So to bank account. So what is the amount? Amount is rupees 5,000. 5,000 both the side, debit side as well as credit side. Now what is the narration? Being amount withdrawn from bank. Now moving on to the next transaction, that is 22/1/2018. Cash received from Mohan rupees 20,000. Now here the organization is receiving cash from Mohan. So what comes to the business? Cash comes to the business, and from whom they are receiving? From Mohan. So Mohan's account has to be credited and cash account has to be debited because cash is coming to the business, right? So 22/1/2018. So cash received from Mohan. So cash account debit to Mohan's account. So from whom cash is being received? From Mohan. So to Mohan's account, write the narration being cash received from Mohan. Being cash received from Mohan. How much? That is 20,000. Right? 20,000 both the side. Now moving on to the next entry, that is 25/1/2018 paid rent by check. Now what they are going to pay? Rent they have paid, and what goes out of the business? That is, here they have clearly mentioned it is paid by check. It means bank, right? So what they are paying? They are paying rent, and what goes out of the business? That is bank. So we have to credit bank because bank balance decreases, right? So what is the journal entry? So 25/1/2018 rent paid by check. Now what we are paying? We have to debit the expense, that is rent. Rent account debit, from where we are paying? It is paid by check. So to bank account. So how much? 5,000. Right? 5,000 both the side. Now what is the narration? Being rent paid by check. Being rent paid by check. Close the bracket. Now go through the last entry. 30/1/2018 paid for salary rupees 4,000. Now they have not told whether they have paid by check or not. It means that they have paid by cash. Now salary is an expense, so it has to be debited because we have paid it. So salary account debit to what goes out of the business when we are paying salary? Cash goes out of the business, because they have not told you whether it is paid by check or not. It means that it is paid by cash. So salary account debit to cash account 4,000. It is 30th 1 2018 salary account debit to cash account, because cash decreases. So to cash account, how much? 4,000. What is the narration? Being salary paid by cash. Now we are done with all the entries, and it is a 12-mark problem. So next what you have to do, we have to total. So when we total both the sides, we will get 2,30,000. 2,30,000 in the debit side and 2,30,000 in the credit side. Now how this marks allotment has been made? So here go through the entries. So here they have given 11 entries, but this entry is a compound entry. So it contains 2 marks and rest all the entries will contain 1 marks each. Clear? Because they are the simple journal entry, whereas the first one is compound journal entry, because we had 2 transactions to be debited. So it is a 2 marks and rest all will get 1 marks each for the 12 marks problem. My dear students, in today's session we learned journal and how to prepare the journal entries. In my next session I will continue with a few more problems relating to journal entries. See you all in my next session. Till then, take care. Thank you.